Honored to be here. I consider Washco Dems events to be one of my homes. And so I just can't believe that in the middle of everything else, you're able to put together such an incredible event tonight. I know Veronica has a lot to do with that and many others. So thank you so much for adding this to your plate. And special congratulations to Carol Greeno. That is just such a deserved award. And it's so great to have you here right next to me on the box. I feel like we're sitting together on a couch almost, Carol. And, thank you to our departing wonderful friends and colleagues who have been talked about this evening. And I've just loved working with all of you. And I'm going to personally miss you at the legislature. And I look forward to other opportunities to be with you. And if Harriet is here tonight, I just want to send my love to you and just tell you how much we all miss Mitch. So before we all break, and I think I'm between you and maybe the last raffle and getting on with your evening, I want to just say a couple of points that hopefully will help lead us to victory on November 3rd. So when I think of Washco Dems, first of all, I think of two things. One of them is, frankly, your summer picnic and the amazing pie auction. And I've enjoyed that so much. But the other, a little more seriously, is the Neighborhood Leader Program, your incredible Get Out the Vote efforts. It's the real difference maker, and you're such a model for the rest of our state. So huge thanks to every Democrat in Washington County, and especially to our volunteers. You represent the heart and the soul of the most important election in any of our lives. And I know we say that sounds a little bit trite. Well, it's not. It is true, right? We all have to agree with that. And as your Attorney General for the last 8 years, and now as a candidate, once again, for statewide office, and really on behalf of my other statewide Democratic colleagues, I really can't thank you all enough for everything that you do, because you do it on behalf of us as well, up and down the ballot. And most important, of course, you make it possible for Washington County to have great electeds at every level, from the school board to the city council, the county commission, the state house, the Senate, Congress. Thank you, Congresswoman Bonamici. You are just amazing. It's such an honor. I know I'm always going to see you at the Washco Dems events, but then I think to myself, oh my gosh, she's traveling back and forth. How does she do everything? But she just does it, and she does it with such grace and brilliance. So thank you for just being who you are and representing us so well. Your Washco Dem colleagues just are so proud of you, I know. So I'm both excited and humbled to be running for re-election alongside so many other fabulous Democratic candidates. And I don't need to remind you of all that has to be done to get our state and our country back into a good place, especially the latter. And that's the sort of work that we Democrats are best at, right? And I'm excited to join so many of you here throughout the county, throughout Oregon, and all across America. We're gonna make this happen. So when we secure victory in 10 days, Oregon will have the most progressive and determined, local and state and federal government representatives that we've ever seen. And with Democrats leading the way, we'll be able to make real progress for all Oregonians at a truly critical moment in our history. And yes, we are going to reelect Peter DeFazio. In fact, I have to say, I've been two-timing this event just a teeny bit, because I was supposed to be doing some calling for him this afternoon that I didn't finish up. So I've been emailing a couple people during this program. Look, we have a pandemic to subdue. We have an economy to recover. We have to tackle climate change. We can not only help save this earth, but we can also create new industries and good paying jobs that they bring with them. We have to expand and not restrict access to affordable health care. We must fight racial injustice, systemic racism, and economic inequality. We must retain our reproductive freedoms. Thank you, Christelle, for everything that you do, and Representative Barker, who she commented on tonight, has been such a wonderful supporter to women. And we must continue to improve our education system. Thank you to our amazing teachers, and of course to to our fantastic departing Representative Doherty. I don't know, you're very difficult to imagine not having you over there at the State House at the Capitol, but we'll be okay because I know that you have our back always. But we also have to make sure that education is affordable, right? Not just that we have it, but that we can afford it, because we don't want to make student debt any longer be the obligation of a lifetime. It simply must not be that way. Happily, and thanks in good part to all of you, we have reasons to be optimistic. As of this evening, more than 1/3 of all registered Democrats in Oregon have cast their ballots. You know, I vote in my kitchen. I call it voting at home, not vote by mail, because you don't have to vote by mail, as Peter pointed out. But tomorrow, I'm going to walk across the street to a mailbox. It is literally across the street from my house, and I'm going to drop my ballot in the mail. Have you seen those lines? Those lines in Georgia, those lines in states all over the country? It's just not necessary. So we're going to work with those states. We're going to, nicely and gently teach them how to do vote by mail in the right way after this election is over. Unfortunately, it's a little bit hard for them right now, and they're having to deal with litigation and all sorts of things that just shouldn't be. But now, as this wonderful party and celebration comes to an end, let's rededicate ourselves to ensuring victory 1 week from Tuesday. Work your phones, work your texts, work your emails, like I was doing, with everything that you've got, and make sure, of course, that everyone you know votes, and don't even think of giving up until 8 o'clock on Tuesday, November 3rd. That's when a better future for Washington County, our state, and our nation is again going to be possible, and when we will come closer to that perfect union that we all strive for and that we deserve. So thank you, Washington County Dems. You are the best. Thanks for having me tonight. And what a great evening. Congratulations.